Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
What's good? What's good?
What's good to the Urban X Nation?
We are here for another week.
Another week in the flesh.
Yeah, thank you guys for being on time.
In the building, ready to get it popping.
Facts.
Yes, indeed. You already know what it is.
Yeah, man. So what's up?
Man, everything's great, man. Everything's lovely. Another week on the planet.
Facts.
Some more crazy things have been happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This has been a very eventful
Black
History Month.
Yeah.
Very eventful.
That had really little to do with Black History, but
Shaista Pollard, thank you so much. My co-worker seems to believe Dwyane Wade is living his gay, trans life through son. Very possible.
Ooh.
Very possible. We live vicariously through our children sometimes.
Straight out the gate?
Yeah, well, you know, someone
Thank
asked
you for
the
a
question.
donation, though.
Somebody, you know, so I want to put it out there. It has nothing to do with Black History per se.
Yeah.
Right? Because every day, this Black History 365 for us.
Facts.
However, the timing is just a little like, you know, while we should be focusing on maybe learning something new,
right.
You know, doing some ritual work to conjure up the ancestral spirit.
There's too much going on. Like, there's the Super Bowl, it's All-Star Weekend.
They do that purposely.
Yeah, it's mad
so
stuff
it's
to
the
take
Grammys, Oscars, Super Bowl, All-Star.
Mad stuff to take
and
away
that
from
sucks
Black,
up the Black History Month,
Yeah.
and that's strategically done. But for us who celebrate our history all the time, no big deal.
Right.
But for school systems and those who you know, who are on a program per se, this is the time where they may learn something new that they didn't learn before, and now it's being usurped by niggerism.
Yeah.
On a whole another level. This is quantum niggerism.
Yeah, it's a lot happening, man. How was your week, though?
Week was good.
Okay.
Week was eventful. You know, progress.
Mm-hmm.
I see you're a little under the weather.
A little bit, yeah.
It's probably the byproducts of the steroids that you on. I don't know if y'all noticed. Malcom is getting swole around here, and working out is one thing. He done went from a medium to a large. I'm watching his head though. His head will be the telltale. Pause. You know, because if his shit start going this way in real time, and you got an HD screen, you'll know.
Nah, man, it's just called dedication. You know what I'm saying? Discipline.
Discipline and dedication.
Discipline, you know what I'm saying? Going to the gym 5 a.m.
Yeah, pop a few pills.
Never. I love myself too much.
Take a shot in the ass.
Never. I love myself
Get
too
right.
much.
Get right. Huh? No? Mm-mm. That's your generation shit, though. Your generation don't work hard.
No,
Your generation is a hack generation. They looking for shortcuts to everything.
Yeah.
So you kind of like a throwback.
Well, I remember that summer I worked out with Derek.
Yes.
That was like the longest like I ever like. That was like the hardest summer of like training I ever went through, and I saw the benefits of going through that. So
you knew.
Yeah, I know. I know what it takes to get what I want. And,
Got you.
And work hard.
Yeah, I'm teasing you. I'm proud of you. I see you in the gym at 5 a.m. getting that thing done.
Thank you.
And it's gonna pay off. You know what I mean? It always does. So Malcolm, the other day Eli says to me, Dad, those are some really, really nice gray socks you have on. And Malcolm, I wasn't wearing any socks. And it was at that point that I knew that it was time to go from ashy to classy.
Oh man.
Okay, so I decided I no longer will be ashy, I will be classy. You too, if you suffering from gray sock syndrome and you get, damn, those some nice socks, Dad, and you go, nigga, I ain't got no damn socks on. You need this Shea Butter blend. It's on the website. Get that rocking for you. So,
yo,
you know, you can go to the website and let's get this started now because I want to make a quick announcement. Just get this out of the way right now.
what's the announcement?
We got a 29 for 29 sale.
Oh yes. So we have the Black History Month sale. If you haven't already seen our commercials and our ads and everything, but now if you have the Urban Xcellence app,
Yes.
you can get a discount code in the app.
Yes.
And you'll get an extra 29% off everything that is $29.
So it's the 29 for 29 for 29.
Feel me?
If you have the app.
You have the app. Only if you have the app though.
So you got to go download the app. That's free.
Yes, that's free.
Scroll down.
Urban Xcellence app.
And go down to see coupons and savings.
Yes.
Click on that.
Facts.
There's a code.
Yes.
You hit it and it says copy.
Yep.
Then you go to the shop.
Yep.
And
All within the app.
All within the app.
All within the app.
Right? You go into the shop. You buy some stuff. Now, don't waste it on a $29 sale.
I mean, you could but if you wanted, but
you
you're not maximizing your savings.
That 29% off is only for the people with the app. So you might want to get $30, $40, $50, $60 worth of stuff.
Exactly.
And get that 29% off. Already a deal.
Yeah, we only got 9 days left.
So we decided to ramp it up for you. You know what I'm saying?
We got 9 days left.
With the app. So I'm expecting, how many people we got in the chat right now? We got 445, only 114 likes. Let's get those likes up. But at the end of the day, let's say we have 1,000 people in here. Mm-hmm. I'm expecting 500 of them people just download the app.
It's free.
It's free.
You got Apple, iOS, you got Android. You can get, they're both in the stores.
Yeah.
In the app stores. Urban Xcellence, and you're good.
And you're getting some extra cash off.
Right.
So we doing that. So we want to put that out there early. We'll make another announcement because everyone ain't in the house yet.
Right.
You know, people show up late. You know, we want to do it again for the people who show up late. But that's how that's going to go down. And let's get this show started, man. Let's see what we got going on.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So big news that just happened yesterday. Brooklyn rapper Pop Smoke was murdered yesterday in his Hollywood Hills home. I don't know if it was his home.
No, he was renting the home from one of those
Real Housewives.
Yeah, Real Housewives.
Yeah.
You know, one of those, which is not uncommon. A lot of people who travel from the east to the west, they'll rent a nice home in the Hollywood Hills. You know, to do some things.
So yeah, it was apparently they reported it as a home robbery going bad. But new details have surfaced, and they said it was just it was a targeted hit, and that's what I thought immediately. I didn't think it was a home robbery. Mm-hmm. I just thought like somebody knew he was there because there was a lot of information of somebody said he posted his address.
All right, I think we back up and running.
Are we
now.
back?
We seem to be back.
Yeah, we back. So, what was I saying?
Now I don't believe his A1 from day one did that.
He had to actually come out and say like, y'all wouldn't like. He had to show like baby pictures, and then just to think about logically, why would if I'm traveling with this man, he's the money here,
Right?
Why would I get him killed?
Right. There's no benefit in that
At all.
Plus, Pop Smoke hadn't reached any real apex yet in terms of making that real money.
Right.
And a lot of people, I'm not too familiar with his music except "Here Comes the Party," whatever that is.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party.
Which I like. He had a distinct voice, but more than anything else, while we're discussing this, because this is no longer about rap music and rap culture, or should I say, this is the new rap culture. It's about drug trafficking. It's about guns. It's about sex trafficking. It's about extortion, money laundering, then rap music. It's about gang affiliation. It's about so many different things, yes, that have nothing to do with the artistic expression of the art form.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always separating hip-hop culture from rap culture. You know what I'm saying? And I moved the two because hip-hop culture is really dedicated to the art form, mastering your craft, and things of that nature. The rap is so much money involved with rap music, and now you have to be mobbed up. You know what I mean? You have to be a part of a set. That set creates the movement and the energy for you.
Yeah.
And then that set is involved with underworld things, as we'll see when we speak about Star Brim and other aspects of things. And so, but my only issue, appreciate that, Big Elvis.
Thank you for the donation.
Consequences of not checking in properly in different places. I'm gonna speak about that too.
See, I don't even think that was that either.
No, I'm not sure in this case that was the case.
Because if you want to send a message that you're not checking in, you don't kill the moneymaker.
You come over and say, welcome to LA.
Yes, you don't kill him.
You say, welcome to LA.
Yeah.
How's your stay so far? You know what this is about because it's a universal language. You know what it's about. However, I will say this: when you travel to other people's city, yes,
right.
you do not let your guard down.
Yeah.
Right. So you move in other people's city, you really got to be in and out because you're about your business. Right. When you let your guard down and now you out there thinking it's about that life, that you slip it. You know what I mean? And just to give you an example, when me and Tim traveled locally, we traveled huge and thick. Go back to the 1991 episode of Yo MTV Raps.
Yes.
With me and Tim on there. If you look behind us, it's 15, 20 dudes back there. iGod is on stage. B.O. might have been there. It was a lot of people there. When we traveled local, we could afford to move like that.
Right.
And move and shake things around. Yet when we traveled overseas, then you got to think about the budget. It was me, Tim, the DJ, the road manager, and maybe one guy. Had we ran into Eazy-E and them, and they had a bigger budget, it would have been on and popping. So I only say that to say, when you move into other people's city, you move a little bit more thinner,
right,
because of finances. And let's go back to 1996 when Biggie was out in L.A. and according to Gene Deal, he said Wolf and them was saying, let's take a bus or two out there and meet y'all out there, and so things could be,
Right.
Could you imagine Biggie wouldn't have got touched
right.
if Wolf and them was out there, but they was out there in a skeleton crew, and that's how you get caught slipping. So to reiterate what Big Elvis was saying, there are times when you need to check in,
right,
especially if you moving units and you making money.
But
somebody like him, I don't think Pop needed to check in. I don't think he's really on the radar per se, unless it was gang affiliated.
No, but my thing is that had to be something like more personal. Like
that seemed personal. So that brings me to my second I just saw him walk out of a jail.
Right.
He was just locked up for a couple of weeks for a
couple of days.
The Rafe,
the Rolls Royce
situation, and I just got finished saying, these cliques, was he Woo?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Brooklyn gang called Woo.
So, by him being behind bars, maybe he knows a little bit more, you know what I mean, than let on, and they figured, somebody hit him to keep him shut up about, maybe it was car trafficking, maybe that's a damn car ring, $1 million car, who knows? Because I just saw him walk out of a prison, and then I see him dead, and somebody was targeting him. So there are a lot of questions that still need to be answered. Yeah. And I just wanted to say that this music is very violent now. Yes. And people talked about where he get what he deserves.
Yo,
and
people get so weird around death, bro.
But I understand what you're saying per se. But when I was 20, I didn't understand the power and magnetism of my words. I'm just being honest with you. So as a 20-year-old, this kid is 20 years old, and he's drawing off what he sees already. So it's very hard for a 20-year-old to kind of get into his own zone and allow spirit and energy to come to him and understand the power of his words. I think we're putting too much pressure on a 20-year-old goddamn gangbanger. So he was rapping about what he knows. Now, us as the elders, it is always our job, as we do, to tell the young people, bro, you got to change your lyrics because there's power in words and magnetism and the things you draw to you, but he never got to learn that lesson. Yeah. So with that being said, I want to wish... I send my condolences to him and his family, and I'm not going to put too much burden on the 20-year-old. I need everybody to go back to when they was 20, all right, and think about some of the childish or immature things we've done.
Yeah, the high horse people get on.
Right, don't get on your high moral horse. Not for now. If he was 40 and plus, there's no excuses. Like, dude, you should know better.
Like people got at Jeezy because Jeezy was talking about the violence and everything, and then somebody said, "Yo, you became a millionaire off of rapping about that exact violence." So, I mean, I can understand that. I get it, but it's always double. Like, okay, so what you want him to do? Like, stay silent? You know what I'm saying?
No. Maybe in his older age now,
all right,
he's understanding.
You get what I'm saying?
What he did.
I get your point, but then
now if he still continues to put out that same kind of music, see, I haven't heard nothing from Jeezy in a while, so I can't use that as a reference point. Now, if he put out another album talking about that shit, and we just saw you hugging your son, sending his ass to college, then that's very hypocritical, and we know that it's done strictly for the money. We know it's done for the money anyway, because the gatekeepers determine what is and what won't be, you know what I mean, said. If they go, yo, we're not looking for that right now. You as an artist have to keep coming back. No, now we're looking for that. And now you morph into what they're looking for because of the opportunities that are there financially. So it's all controlled by the gatekeepers. It's all been controlled by the gatekeepers since the early 80s. When they open up the floodgates in Pandora's box and let Public Enemy, Brand Nubians, X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, all of these groups who had a message, and they saw, whoa, this could go off the rails in the wrong way for those trying to control people. And let's not forget prison reform and all of the benefits from pipeline, from school to rap to prison now. It used to be from school to prison, but now it seems like it's school to rap. You graduate to a rapper, and now as a rapper, you heading to prison.
So what do you think about the overall landscape of New York rap? Because it literally seems like every time we get somebody that might bring New York back to that, glory, it's always something. They get feds locked up.
Yes, it's a lot going on. And this drill shit, you know what I mean?
Yo, I talked about this on the show a few weeks ago.
You did. Actually, it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, like 2 months ago.
I spoke about the drill music and how powerful it had becoming. I am a little detached from this era. So I rely on you. I know Red Pill and Blue Pill keep me abreast of the movements themselves. And it seems like every time we get a little momentum, because you don't want New York back on the throne per se, but it's a process now because there's so much money being made now, right? And it ain't about the art form no more per se. Now we still like our artists, like Griselda's a perfect example.
Yo, that freestyle,
they got bars.
Oh my god!
So and they're not on that drill shit. They were on some really gritty 80s, 90s shit. And so that might
make your face turn up. Like,
that may be the last hope for that. But again, because of the underworld, and in my book, Urban Culture Decoded, I speak about the underworld on so many levels, not just satanic Baphomet underworld stuff, real underworld stuff, where you need permission to move through these cities But also it creates pipelines to move guns and drugs and women and money laundering. There's so many different avenues that have always been in place with the Jewish mob, the Italian mob, the Russian mob, in music in particular. It has finally filtered down to where black people move in silence. So don't get caught with the gangbangers you see on TV. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the real ones that move in silence, who never want to be shown on camera, who shy away from cameras. Those are the ones who are really shaking down a lot of these young artists. And because it's a lot of money in underworld. Anywhere you see entertainment and money, there's always an underworld that thrives on those activities. Kamadi, Aaron Kamadi, thank you.
Thank you for the donation.
I think why people say they look like an inside job is the fact that somebody made a call. Yeah, the call came from the East Coast.
Yeah, what was that about?
Which was weird.
How the hell do you even call the police out there? Like,
I don't know. Maybe he was on the phone with somebody back east and he said, yo, somebody trying to break into the house, and maybe that person got on the phone and said, yo, that's the only thing I can possibly think of.
Yeah.
Because anything other than that is straight weird.
Yeah.
I always play these scenarios out on what would make logical sense. I don't want you to think Blacked Out is a conspiracy nut. I used to be. I told you I go straight down the middle first. If it makes sense down the middle, I'm good. Okay. And then when it don't make sense down the middle, that's when I'll start weaving.
But again, like,
you know what I mean?
As an inside job, like, I always think if you're gonna extort a rapper, if you're gonna rob a rapper,
you don't kill a rapper.
You do it to continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you set that tone so you can continue getting money.
Right. Unless this was some low level dudes, maybe some, because I'm also hearing some strippers put out the information, and this, if this was some low level dudes,
and again, I can't wrap my head around that thinking too, because okay, you kill for what? Like, what do you get out of that?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't show.
Was it money on his head, or like
his man had the bags of money?
They didn't take nothing.
They didn't take nothing. So I don't. I want to give this a little bit more time to play out, Aaron. But that call from the East Coast did raise an antenna and go, Unless, like I said, he was on the phone with his people back east, and he said, what the fuck's going on? And he could see some shit. Because remember, one dude went around the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe distracted him while he's focusing on dudes from the front. And the dude from the back came through, popped them, and then walked out the front, or whatever the case may be.
You think TMZ is going to leak that footage?
Of course. When the planning was taking place,
TMZ,
when the fucking blueprints was laid out.
I tweeted this tweet. TMZ has become the most reliable source.
Absolutely,
we have.
Absolutely,
everything moves off of TMZ now.
When something happened to Black Dot, it's gonna be TMZ telling you the story.
Like, everything happens. Like, TMZ, they just know everything.
Absolutely.
And I think somebody tweeted this too. Like, if it ever to come out of like the payroll TMZ has people on, like in police departments, hospitals.
It's trust me, they paying a lot of people, and a lot of people are willing that 10-mile zone shit to sell their story when they get their hands on something. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
So it is crazy. So I asked you the other day, when the Illuminati get to you, how you gonna kill me? Like,
I told you it's good. Like, I'm gonna just offer you something to drink, and just know, just
I just gonna know from there.
Just know what it is.
You be like, your dad.
Just
it's a cup of tea. I'm gonna start sweating and shit. Shit.
This is how it ends.
This is how it all goes down. You're like, yo, it's time for me to move up, pops. All right. Oh shit. That's the way it's gonna go down, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. So TMZ can't steal the story. We told y'all. You know what I mean?
Hold up, real quick. It's not funny, but it is kind of funny. So, like 5 to like 6, 7 girls have been posting pictures with Pop Smoke saying like they were his only girlfriend, and
that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And people are outraged. I'm like a 20-year-old rapper.
Come on.
With 6 girlfriends that didn't know about each other. That's par for the course.
That's par for the course. You know how many cities he traveling through?
Yeah, come on, son.
Come on, yeah. Don't get your feelings hurt.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
I mean, I think we should go into the Star Brim case as well.
Yes, let's get right into that.
So, early this week, about 13 members from the 5'9" Brims blood gang out here in New York, they got swept up in the federal indictment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And one of the members, Star Brim, who's Cardi B's best friend, who's heavily pregnant right now, she got swept up as well, and she has to turn herself in after she gives birth. And that's sad. Like,
yeah, she's the highest ranking.
They're saying she's the highest ranking female in that gang.
In that particular gang.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
Yeah, but yo, it's you would think because she started working with Taxstone after Taxstone went to jail, and Taxstone like put her on like he was her first because she did a podcast. She started a podcast. He was her first podcast interview. He was like giving her the game, and I'm thinking like you will learn from that.
Yeah, but the sensationalized aspect of being protected by a mob, when you're young. And so the apple don't fall too far from the tree. So I'm very concerned about Cardi B now.
Yeah, because so that RICO stuff is tricky because they did that as a cheat code for the mob.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Former Mayor Giuliani famously used that, and I think prior to that, like really, and then he got all of the.
Well, if you watch The Untouchables.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying, with Al Capone.
I think that was the first time they used
it. That's how they came up with the RICO case.
Yeah, I think that was the first time they used it. So the thing with Cardi B is like with a RICO case, if you are aligned with that particular group, organization, gang, whatever it is, they can take all of you guys down for the same crime. So Cardi B is on record. She's on video.
Yes,
talking blood stuff. She wore blue. She called it flu. Like, you get what I'm saying? And
yes.
Then she's definitely been involved with Star Brim. She's posting pictures.
Absolutely.
Best friend.
Absolutely.
So I don't know how far the feds are willing to take that.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
The feds have been watching this particular clique and set since 2012.
Yeah.
According to the reports. And that's why the feds don't lose a lot of cases. It's because when they go, look, in 2012, we got you on this, that. And then it's always a snitch. It's always somebody being paid by the feds. If everybody kept their mouth shut, nobody's going to jail. Or one person to go to jail on some Bobby Smurda shit. Shut your mouth. Boom. But there's always somebody who's like, nah, I can't do those numbers.
Yeah.
And that's how they seal and solidify their cases. And so, Cardi B has to know a lot more than we assume she knows. If this is your best friend and you moving, the Blood's been taking some losses.
Everywhere, all New York, especially, but no, the Blood's definitely for sure.
Blood's been taking losses,
especially in New York, yeah.
Sure. In New York lately. So somebody gonna snitch, and we gotta see. But then they have to wonder: is Cardi B an asset to them? Where she is,
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, how far are they willing to take?
And
that?
then you got to start looking at Cardi B sideways. Not to speculate, but
if she doesn't, it's that's tricky.
This shit gets tricky.
Yeah,
like everybody go down and you didn't. You know what I mean? Because if me and you A1 from day one, and you mobbed out, I'm mobbed out. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or I know shit, and just accessory to crimes. So it gets very, very sticky. But now that I think I heard Red Pill or Blue Pill say there's no more hip hop police. This is the feds now, and they're moving on these gangs under the guise of hip hop music, and they're taking down movements. So and if you're selling drugs today, like something is wrong with you. Like I mean,
yeah,
crime don't pay.
Gregory Lee, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Sometimes nowadays people will kill people for recognition because clout is the new wealth for people, if not killing, because it's true. It's true.
Dog,
that clout thing is something else too. And this was, to me, a very sloppy job because there's cameras all out in Hollywood.
Hollywood Hills.
Hollywood Hills. So this is a very sloppy job. That's why I didn't go to anything major. I didn't think it was any kind of sacrifice. Some people saying 50 might have had something to do with this. And, the internet will get real crazy, and you really have to sift through that. That's why sometimes it's best not to even go to the internet for the first 3 or 4 days. So you can gather your own thoughts because you go to the internet and you'll be all over the place.
In a story like this, like the details come out quick. After,
right.
Something like this.
Absolutely. So I'm hoping she gives birth to her baby. She has to turn herself in, and that's going to be psychological.
Yeah.
Because your baby, you just
that's how they're going to play. Like, yo, your baby.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to get home to your baby.
You want to get home to your baby, right? And then it becomes a slippery slope.
She's like
the
25.
highest ranking female, and females, I mean, they're not used to that kind of pressure.
Nah, she's
on that level.
I know just got out.
What do you mean?
She did times like she just got out.
Okay, so she made it a little bit more. More seasoned, because you start telling them.
Yeah, she did time like recently.
Okay, all right. So I'm wishing them well, man. You young people got to get it together though, and you got to turn this negative shit into really something positive, but it's a really overflow of young people with no direction and nothing to do. So they mobbing up.
So, but when it comes to music now, right? Before you needed a record label, now you don't. You just need to create a movement and something surrounding that movement. Tekashi 6ix9ine showed you what having a gang affiliation or just something, a machine behind you that's not corporate machine, but the street machine behind you,
absolutely
pushing your music. So that's, I think, the template a lot of people are going with.
No, it is the template, but that template needs to be sought through. Because you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Right.
And if you're a gang affiliate, sometimes they get a couple of underlinks, and those be the eyes and ears inside. Look, they've been doing this shit since COINTELPRO.
Right.
This is nothing new.
Right.
And if you selling drugs in this day and time and you think you insulated because you got a A1 team, you need to think again.
Right.
They've been operating and filming people since the 50s, 60s, and they got flies now, little fucking insect. I'm telling you. I saw it.
Here you go.
They got insects that are like fucking drones that can get information. Dude, their level of intel is through the roof. So if you think you're going to be on the corner or moving keys or doing this or sex trafficking and there'll be no knowledge. See, the feds, remember, the feds play chess. They don't play checkers.
Yeah.
They'll let you kill somebody and look the other way because they're not after that. Thereafter, when they bring down the case, they want to say, we got you for 9 murders. We got this, we got that. So
And people don't understand, like, your text messages, your Instagram messages,
all of that
it's
never leaves. It's a damn fingerprint.
It's there.
It's there. Unless niggas is moving with telepathy.
Your actual fingerprint is there if you have an iPhone. If you
it's
use
all there.
It's there. Like, that's on, that feds can use that.
It's all there. So knowing that that's how they move now, appreciate Empress 844 or B444 for the Cash App. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? So it's all there. So, and there are no secrets. That's why I don't worry about getting on here. I'm not going to say too much.
Right.
But you say what you say because there are no secrets in this day and time. We're in the age of information, and it's all available. And do not think that your government does not know who's moving what gangs are moving there. And that's why they're 98% goddamn conviction rate or whatever it is because their case is usually airtight.
Yeah, super tight.
Super tight.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So last week we spoke about...
Hold on. See, my man Dunlop Music Truth. I watched the documentary on that, insect drones.
Oh, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
So, what was I about to say? Yeah, so last week we spoke in length about Dwyane Wade, his son, the whole controversy.
Yes.
So Boosie, did a video just being Boosie talking about it. And he received a lot of backlash for that. And apparently he just got banned from Planet Fitness because the owner of that Planet Fitness is gay.
Yeah, Domain Collins, thank you. Appreciate you. What up?
So
yeah, first of all, what the fuck's he doing in Planet Fitness?
Right, he's too rich to be in Planet Fitness.
That's the number one thing.
Yeah.
You know, what the hell you doing in there? But what he said, he spoke so much truth. And he didn't articulate it with scientific this and that. He just was like, dude, you gonna cut his dick off, son?
I don't.
Like,
but is it confirmed that he's actually having like the surgery or like
I'm
he's
not
taking
sure.
hormones or is just this for like appearance?
I'm not sure, so I don't want to speculate. I do know the mother recently said she's gonna call. That's her son,
right?
And if you remember, my opening piece was about that.
Yeah, you was on it.
I was on it with.
He was on it.
I need to speak to his mother. I need to hear from Mama. And somebody in the chat was like, "You giving these mothers too much credit, and fathers need to have credit too." Dude, if you ain't carry a baby for 9 months, then you're missing my point. The spiritual connection, the bond is created before there's even a physical presence. So that's what I was alluding to. And at 3 years old, he's now separated. And them first 6 or 7 years, a lot of these is mama's boys, you know what I mean? Because they're still, attached to the titty, metaphysically speaking, and the mother provides so much nurturing. And then when the kid's about 6 or 7, he began to look at his dad a little bit more if he's a male, and then the dad can take it from there. So I was speaking about that aspect from it being, maybe this was the young man's way of crying out for his mother. Nothing more, nothing less. And, we overlooking that. And, Boosie just came out with the raw shit and was like, look, man, Don't cut his dick off, D-Wade. Come on, man. His dick, man. Come on, man. And then it also drew a line because there are people lining up on the D-Wade side.
Yeah.
And then there are people saying, listen, enough is enough with this shit. You know what I mean? You can't tell me that there isn't some form of an agenda taking place here. Because you will never, ever know what it is to feel like a woman if you're a man. It's fucking impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we already discussed that, so I'm not going to get into it. But that's literally impossible. You know what I mean? So we're dealing with things being planted in young people's heads. We talked about it today.
Yes, we did.
Right? Mm-hmm. For instance, when I grew up, you was able to get your ass whipped, and that was the end of the story. My mother said, I brought you in this motherfucker. I take you out. Right? Now you whip your kid get on the phone and call ACS. Now the kids have power, and that was all taking the power out of the parents' hand because, listen, I gave you an ass whipping back in the day. That was it. There was no other repercussions, no story behind it, you ain't gonna tell a goddamn person, right? But now parents can't even be parents because of the external influence from social media, television, this and that. So now this very idea of being able to identify with something other than you are is something being planted in their head externally.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because even back in the day, and we saw a kid that we knew was a little off, we didn't question it, but he just worked it out. How many tomboys, girls who were tomboys and hoodies and played sports, and then one day you turn around and say, God damn! Because they worked their way out of that shit. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Why didn't nobody talk about this? So
nobody talks about that shit.
So were they trans? Like,
this is my point. But if it was this day and time,
they'd be trans.
They'd be trans because now I can identify as a boy. No, you just been a tomboy. You're hanging out with the fellas, and then you work your way out of that. How many skinny little tomboys you see, and you do like this? Get out of here, shorty. And then they grow up and be like, Hey, Dwayne. I'll be like, Oh, all right. They be like, bye, Dwayne. Like, nah, I'm saying, because, like, you was a little young. And, yeah, it just happens all the time. So these are the things that we're seeing taking place. The inception now of the external things being planted in kids' heads. Because, again, D-Wade's son said, he was in the go-kart talking about the old way of thinking. Motherfucker, you 12. What the fuck do you know? Yeah. That's how I knew. The old way of thinking. That's somebody planted that in your head. You 12, you can't even go to a fucking PG-13 movie without a parent. Let's stop this bullshit. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I think they have a show coming out based on their family.
Yeah, based on his transition when he left Miami, went back to Miami, Chicago, his kids. So it's gonna be a series. They're gonna milk it. They're gonna milk it for something.
Jeez.
They're gonna milk it for something.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yesterday were some Democratic debates.
Side note: Bootsy's son said, "I know some girls that'll fix that little nigga up."
His son said that?
His son said that. Absolutely. I saw it on the tweet.
Matter of fact, let's go back to Boosie.
Yeah, his son's like, I know some girls that'll change that nigga mind.
He's a weirdo.
Okay. I don't know.
He makes a lot. He comments on everything that's gay or trans. He comments on it all the time. He always has some like really, really off jokes about stuff like that. And then I remember one time he said he was gonna get his like 12-year-old son or 13-year-old son some ass. Like I don't know.
You said Bootsy?
Boosie, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm talking about his son.
No, I'm saying like, and he did some time in. I don't know, man. Like
Well, his name is close to Booty. It's Bootsy.
I'm just saying. He's a little weird. He's a little weird too, like. But but let's get to the Democratic debates. So this was the first time Michael Bloomberg was on stage.
Oh, he got a new asshole torn out.
Oh man, they killed him.
They tore him a new asshole. Thank you, K Lady. Appreciate you.
They killed him.
They smoked him coming out the gate.
And all this showed me because somebody said like, yo, what I miss, and then the way they summed it up was 2 millionaires jumping a billionaire.
Basically,
you know what I'm saying. So I don't understand this. Everybody, again, we talk about high horse, like they talking about capitalism. They talking about how it's
as
wrong.
if it's a bad thing, and they're all multimillionaires. arguing with a billionaire because he's one step above them. This is a joke.
It's a complete farce.
This is a complete farce. And Muddy Waters appreciate you in the building always. You understand my point? And but they told him a new asshole about. Yeah. I didn't know he felt that way about women. I didn't know he was like grimy like that.
No, so first of all, you can tell how unprepared he was, right? So these are all points. You know your past, so you know what they would bring up.
So you were supposed to be able to counter that.
Everything.
Counter that. We got you with this. Well.
Counter that with, and then flip it on them. Like, yo, Sanders, this happened with you and your campaign.
Right.
You know, Elizabeth Warren, you lied about
this.
He
just stood there and took the ass whipping.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, well, you know, the stop and frisk, I regret it, and I thought I was doing the right thing, and fam.
Yeah, he took an ass whipping. So, but now this is about to clear out a little bit.
Yes.
Because they got to take it to the next level. The elections are coming soon. So, do you see him being the front runner?
If he is the front runner, that is clearly him paying his way in.
Okay, and he's gonna lose.
Yes, he's gonna lose to Trump.
I don't have no horse in the race. But if I'm putting my money down, I'm putting it on Trump.
So this goes back to the point where I always talk about people who support Democrat, who call themselves Democrats, and they don't really see that these people who are Democrats who are running in their office don't really care about them. They're rich.
They're rich.
They just have a few separate policies that they don't rock with.
That's all it is.
And that's it.
That's it.
They're really Republicans talking about their Democrats.
Absolutely.
Bloomberg was a Republican before.
He sure was. And he only became Democrat to run this race.
You know what I'm saying? So,
which is enough for you to raise eyebrows like you really wasn't Democrat, but now you're Democrat because the boogeyman is Trump. All of our hard times, ASAP Ray, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Everything that has happened on us is because Trump has been in office. So we need to get the boogeyman out, and and he gonna bring out a few people. Bloomberg, I saw Jay-Z on stage with him a few years back. He gonna bring out. They're gonna give you niggas a concert. Because they always do. They always give you niggas a concert. And give you niggas a concert and bring out all of the rappers and R&B artists. And they're going to narrow this down to Sanders.
So, Warren and
Bloomberg.
So what's going to happen is, I think Bernie Sanders has...
Kansas City in the building.
I don't think any of them have a chance, right? But I think Bernie Sanders will make a compelling race. I think he'll make a better race. I think Elizabeth Warren has way too many holes in her armor. I think the only reason she was able to get off last night was because Bloomberg was unprepared.
Right.
And he's easy to talk. He's new up here. Like, let's just
get at his ass. Yes.
Yeah, he was not ready for that.
Trump was a Democrat, absolutely.
What was I about to say? Bloomberg, his thing is falling apart before it even really gets off the ground.
But he got money.
He just has a lot of money to pay for ads.
They're gonna show him kissing a little black baby. I remember the stop and frisk, but now we're putting the city back together.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna show a concert. You know what I'm saying? Legend A.A. Rashid tuned in. Peace, Lord. Peace. Peace to the God. Yes. Peace. So you understand?
Yeah.
So it's all a farce. It's all a show to rile you niggas up.
But when it comes to these Democratic debates, right? You're really just beating up on each other, exposing each other's weak points to go against Trump, who's just really just gonna exploit all of that.
He is.
I don't see it.
He's gonna take it off the rails. Little Bloomberg, I'll take him out in the back and I'll punch him in his face. Yeah. I would never grab this lady's pussy. It's probably hideous. Just saying. Yeah. Right? Get the fuck out of here.
It's about to be bad.
It's about to be bad. So let all that shit go.
So
I want to make an announcement. I want to shout out Brother Wilson and his beautiful wife. We met them on the line. We were going to see Godfrey in concert.
Oh, gotcha.
At the Palisades Mall. I believe they're from Poughkeepsie. And we hung out, got a chance to talk it up. They watched the show, you know what I'm saying? So they recognized us, and we chopped it up. So I want to shout out Brother Wilson and his beautiful wife. My man who had his baby last week.
Yeah, about to say, you got somebody else to shout out.
Yeah, he my man's son from North Carolina. His baby was born as the show was ending. This was crazy because
you planned on shouting him out prior to that.
Yeah, I planned on shouting him out. And we were talking. Brother Rich was here. Yes. We were talking about babies and all that. And as soon as the show ended, he showed me a picture of his beautiful baby. I'm not going to put her up there now,
Yes.
but I'll get his permission. And next week, I will post a picture of the beautiful baby. I want to shout out my man. I call him my cousin from North Carolina. You know what I mean? The baby's name, I believe, is Sophie. Yeah, Sophie. She is gorgeous.
That's a nice name.
Yes, Terry is a soldier. That's wifey. Yes. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Shout them out.
So I have 2 Urban Excellence stories this week. I'm going to do the first one now.
Okay, let's get one out the way. Yeah.
So for the people who are watching or who don't understand Urban Excellence, we like to shout out somebody within our community who's doing something amazing.
Yes, something incredible.
Doesn't matter how big, how small, we want to highlight it. I also wrote a book on that as well.
Called Urban Xcellence.
Called Urban Excellence, Unveiling Extraordinary Stories by Everyday People.
Yes, and we need some. Has anybody been leaving any reviews on the
Some people,
Amazon?
we do need some reviews for people who have finished it.
Yeah, please fluff that up on Amazon.
Thank you.
Y'all know this is about algorithm, and if we want our people to win, we almost got to put them in position to win.
So
yes,
thank you in advance for the people. But yeah, so first Urban Excellence Story of the week goes out to Coriel. I think that's how you say her name.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Yes, she is a former second grade teacher. She's managed to turn her $32,000 a year teaching salary into a 6-figure brand by educating black women around the world.
Wait a minute, let's clap that up. Just on the business tip.
Yes.
32,000 to 6 figures. Yeah.
Yes. So she founded the Work University, as WERK, the Work University.
WERK, Work University.
As an online trade school that connects women of color with resources they need so that they can save themselves and stop living paycheck to paycheck.
Wow, that is amazing. Shout out, what's her name?
Coriel. She says it is all about showing them how to use their existing skills to start new streams. She currently has 400 women enrolled, and her goal is to educate 50,000 over the next 5 years.
Whoa.
That is boss.
That is boss.
That is boss. We are proud of you.
Yeah, she fine too. She got a man or something. You know, just saying.
So you can go to Coriel.com. It's on the screen right here.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
And see, people think hoarding information is power. It is not.
Right.
Sharing knowledge is the true power.
Right.
So once she got on her feet and got a leg up, she could have kept that all to herself.
Yep.
And here she is, Coriel, said, no, I'm reaching out. I want to share this information with others and empower women of color in particular. Right. To be stronger. She has 400 and she's looking for 50,000 women. Oh, goddamn, that's her too. Hey, girl. All right, everything good over here.
But shout out to you. That's super dope.
Yeah, that is super dope.
Super dope.
And if you, any women in the chat are interested, because what I notice, a lot of us have skills.
Yes.
And we just don't know how to market those skills or believe in our skill set enough to turn it into money. But we all have a gift in something. And once you recognize it and figure it out, the way social media and the internet is set up now, you can reach out to other people who are going through the same things. Yeah. And boom, you can win.
I saw an event she did on YouTube. I saw she filmed this on YouTube, and she had women doing everything. She had women DJing, and that's how you reach back, and that's how you empower your community.
And that ain't even on no what do you call that shit?
Pandering?
No, feminism shit.
Oh, not right.
That ain't even on that tip. That is just empowering women.
Right.
I got a woman DJ.
Right.
She can DJ.
Right.
I got my women chefs. I got my women security. I'll be like, hey girl, got my grays on, my gray sweatpants. You know what I mean? So that's an empowering situation. And I'm very proud of Coriel for what she's doing.
Definitely.
So definitely.
Urban Xcellence Story.
Urban Xcellence Story.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
And you too can be an Urban Xcellence Story. You can reach out. We got, what's crazy? We've been wanting people to send in their stories, and a lot of people have. I've seen all of them, and we're gonna definitely lay it out for the next coming weeks, because I think all those stories deserve to be told.
Yes, we can't tell every story, but we try to get as many in as we can.
Definitely.
And we're looking for a sponsor.
Yes.
For this story. So
for this segment.
It will always be sponsored by your brand. And, so if you're interested in that, that's going to pop.
Yes.
With some other things that's going to pop. So
yes, so we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back.
Yeah, let's do that.
With some new information.
Let's do that.
And we're back.
And we are back because we got the 29 for 29.
So for the people who just joined us, it's 1,200 people in the chat right now. If you download the Urban Xcellence app on your iOS Samsung phone,
yes,
you will go to the discount tab at the bottom. You will see a code there you can use to apply to anything in the shop that is $29 or more.
And get an additional 29% off. We're giving this shit away. Right?
Feel me?
So it's 1,200 people in the chat. By the end of the night, 600 people should download that app.
It's free.
And 300 people should take advantage. It's an additional 29%. So therefore, if your shirt is $29,
right?
Give you an example. You get $8 off that. The damn shirt becomes $21. We giving this away. You better take advantage. But if you're smart, you won't just buy one thing.
Yeah, that's wasting your savings.
Yeah, you get about $100 worth of shit.
Wasting your savings.
This way you can really see your savings. So we telling you that because it's very important that we do that. Also, I only see 409 likes with 1,200. I do math. That's only 33% of the people think we deserve their like tonight. We gonna work for the like now.
Facts.
I'll shuck and jive for the like.
We can make a quick announcement right now. I think people will like it.
You think people will like this announcement?
I think people would like this announcement.
Okay. So you want to take the lead on that?
Let's lay this out.
Okay.
So we started this YouTube channel in 2017. 2017. And though it's been great, we've built a great community. We fostered a great community with the people.
Yes.
We've always felt a slave to YouTube's platform.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? We can't really say what you want. They'll take your monetization. Or they'll slow down the video if it's getting too much traction, if it's about a controversial topic. We've seen that happen a few times.
Absolutely. I ain't crazy. Absolutely.
We've seen that happen a few times. Even the pace that this channel was growing feels like, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's been slowed down.
Something might be going on.
Somebody bottlenecked us.
You know what I'm saying? But we're not going to complain. We just try to figure out... We figure out what the problem is and we try to solve it.
Yes.
That's what business is about.
Absolutely.
You have to solve problems. So we decided that let's, start our own.
Let's start our own what?
Let's start our own streaming channel. Let's start our own internet TV channel.
So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our very own internet TV channel. I'm gonna hit that again.
Yes.
And like we can be seen.
Yes.
On
Roku.
On Roku that has 60 million views.
Yes. Fire TV, Fire Stick.
Wait a minute, gotta let the bomb go.
I gotta let the bomb go. My fault.
Right, gotta let that stuff settle. And now Fire Stick. So even if you have Fire Stick, right, you can watch us. Let that marinate.
Let that go.
Let that marinate. Yeah. And any day now.
Soon on Apple TV.
On Apple TV.
We're not playing with y'all.
We're not playing.
And then here's the thing: if you don't have either one of those,
you can go to
UrbanXcellence.com.
Our new website, UrbanXcellence.com. And you can watch all of our shows.
Yes.
Everything live, everything on UrbanXcellence.com.
So, I thought we was playing.
Even if you have the app, because I got the hack now. Even on the app, like you can open up the app now. Yes. You can buy stuff, this, that, and you can watch our shows.
Listen, man. Y'all thought we was playing.
So we've been waiting with you with that.
For a minute. It was some people, because we actually promoted it at my book signing over a month ago.
Yes.
And there was some people who were eagle-eyed. They peeped it. They saw what was happening. They even hit me up like, yo, what was that about? I'm like,
yeah, lay low. So
we got you.
That's what we're doing now. Because we can't rely, we still be on YouTube.
Yeah, we're still gonna be on YouTube.
Facebook,
but however,
and all other stuff.
We're gonna be when we start going live, probably starting next week, we're going to be going live on every single platform.
On every single
our
platform.
channel on Roku, Apple, Fire Stick, YouTube, Periscope, on everything at the same time. Facebook, everything.
So now what that means is if you want to advertise with us, the price just went
That
up.
just went up. We tried to tell ya. We tried to tell ya.
I'll tell you.
You get what I'm saying?
And right now, if you go to UrbanXcellence.com, we got a couple of categories. We got our podcast.
Yes.
We have Eli's podcast.
Yes.
We have the HULC series.
Yes.
We have Pop Culture Decoded. That's
The sit downs you do.
the sit downs I do.
We have the Urban Excellence interviews.
Urban Excellence interviews.
Which we're going to start doing more of, because now we're going to start doing the web interviews.
Yes,
So
yes.
the person doesn't have to physically be in the Bronx for me to get asked questions.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of people I want to sit down with to talk to. So we're going to be doing those a lot more. So reach out to me if you have a brand, if you have a product, a new book. Just let us know. Listen.
We're going to do this thing. And then we're going to add a couple of more categories.
Definitely.
I'm going to have the archives up there.
Yes.
Hip Hop Decoded classes up there.
Yes.
Me, you, Eli, and Marcus are starting
Yes.
our own show. It's going to be like a barbershop thing.
Yes.
It's called Real Mentality. I'm going to throw it out there now. Real Mentality. Yes.
I'm saying.
So be aware of some of the things. Brother Kamani, KT the Arts Degree.
Like DJ the Money Coach.
Yeah, they will have their own category now where if you want to learn about money and health and all of these things. So we really trying to extend what we do and become a full-fledged internet channel to service your needs. And we're going to need your support. And we thank you. And the beautiful thing about it is we're continuing to grow. It's a soft rollout.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
everything is not up there yet. We have 10 episodes of each right now. We're continuing to upload. We're continuing to feed that
and curate the information properly.
Because we really feel that it is imperative, because as much complaining we do about YouTube, a lot of people are like, they don't get the notification in time and things like that.
Right.
We are technically slaves to this platform.
Right.
If you built a large following on YouTube, they can snatch it.
Gone.
Without warning. They can
With
snatch
no
it.
notification
No
whatsoever.
notification other than you didn't fit the criteria we wanted. So
we can complain or we could do something
we
about
could do
it.
something about it.
So we decided to do something about it. And Middleton, I think Chris Middleton or somebody asked me, yeah, my old lectures will be up there. That will be in the archive section. All of the old lectures will be up there. They'll be available for you. What's your Cash App? The black dot. Somebody will put it up there in a second for you. Appreciate you.
Also, it'll also be we'll also start doing 24-hour programming on those channels as well.
Absolutely.
So if you have a commercial you want us to run, you can send that.
Yeah,
to
we'll
us.
be doing 24-hour programming.
So we'll get that straight. That's not set up yet, but because somebody said you saw like a different trailer, that's not set up yet. But everything else, you can go check that out.
You can go check that out. So we thank you for your support and your continued support.
For sure.
So any device that you have, we are going to be able to reach you, share with you, and we're going to also need your insight. If you know somebody who has great programming, but they don't have a platform, we want to be able to help provide a platform for positive stuff that we feel we can control and, control the narrative and make sure it is what it is.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Feel me? That's boss. That's.
And let me say this. That's not even the biggest announcement we gonna make.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. This announcement is cool compared to the next announcement that will be made. Mark my words.
I'm saying. So thank you guys for the support, and keep an eye out for everything that's going on. Don't forget about the 29 for 29 for 29.
Yeah, get that app. Download that app.
Let's get back to the show.
Let's get back to it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So we got word that Sony is trying to put out a new Spider-Man movie, but apparently they want Spider-Man to be bisexual.
How's that gonna even work?
What the hell is that about?
Well, you know what it's about.
Oh, you know what it's about. Here's the thing. I don't understand. People that work in film and music and things like that, they get paid to make these decisions, and I feel like they're always making the wrong decision.
Okay.
So, for prime example, right? They just put out the new Birds of Prey movie.
Yes.
right? They marketed it as no boys allowed. This is women, things like that, and it bombed at the box office.
Yes,
right?
it did.
Because what you did immediately in your marketing is alienate the majority of your fan base
of comic book
fans, right? Cool. There are women comic book fans.
So side note, is he gonna be like, hey? Mm-hmm. I mean, like, is he gonna? How's that gonna work? How's that gonna work? Anyway, all right, yeah.
So so what's gonna happen is you're shoehorn, and then every time comic book movies shoehorn things like agendas in their movies, it pisses people off. They lose fans.
Yeah.
I remember I went to see Avengers Endgame, and then it was a part at the end of the movie like all the women like lined up.
Yeah.
It was a dude behind me who was like, oh.
They were showing the women united.
It's like,
but Malcolm, let me not play devil's advocate, but play devil's advocate. This is the changing world we live in right now.
Right. Okay.
Watch this. So if you're gay,
right,
or happy, or whatever it is, you need to see a reflection of yourself. Wait a minute. So that's going to segue into the other superhero movie.
Yes.
They got another superhero movie coming out with the black guy.
Eternals, yes.
The Eternals. Now, is that an old character or is this a new character?
No, it's an old character. I think they're just making him gay in this movie. Okay. So here's the thing. I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was organically.
That's what I was getting at. If it was a new superhero,
right,
that's gay. All right, his origins, he was always gay. He come from a gay planet, and he came to Earth, and now he, that's cool. Spider-Man is a traditional character, right? So, but
that's never been gay. Any iteration of Spider-Man, Miles, Peter, never been gay.
He's always smashed girls. Now, watch this. People want to see a black Superman. Now, think about white people go, Superman has always...
I don't want to see a black Superman.
Okay, I mean, but there are those who do. We need, because really Superman would have, should have been black because he's close to the sun. And so I'm just saying, that's how conscious people talk. So I'm just saying, there are those who are saying it's time for a black Superman, right?
Yeah.
Think about the people who think about that stuff in the traditional sense, right?
Right.
I've been watching Superman, Clark Kent, when it was black and white, on TV. Now, James Bond. People are saying it's time for a black James Bond. These are traditional characters that have always been white. So think about the gay people's perspective from that.
But that just goes to a lack of creativity, which I've always complained about on the show.
In Hollywood, absolutely.
Hollywood and music, it's a lack of creativity. Create something.
Somebody said Spider-Man gonna be shooting out bundles.
That's hilarious.
Colors and shit.
Hey, listen. That's a great goddamn joke.
Yeah, it's a great goddamn joke.
It's a great joke. But what's going to happen with this Spider-Man movie, right? You're going to piss off fans. Absolutely. You're going to lose money. And then Sony, and people don't understand this. Me and Eli know because we're nerds. Sony is going through it with Disney for the rights of Spider-Man, right?
Absolutely.
Sony is like one of the last big, organizations that hasn't sold to Disney. And the music, the movie industry, people lose money and make money all the time. It's
absolutely,
very finicky,
very finicky.
So I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna
Handyman. Yeah, I remember Handyman.
I remember this is going to fail, and they're gonna wind up selling the Spider-Man property to Disney, and Disney's gonna run the world.
And then Disney will run the world. Absolutely. Yeah. So let's pay attention to how
and Spider-Man is the highest grossing superhero ever. Yes.
So again, I'm just speaking for me. I do not want to see Spider-Man spitting out colorful, rainbow webs, and fighting enemies and getting caught because he really likes the villain. And you caught me, Like I used to play Run, Catch, and Kiss with the, back in the days, and it was always you try to catch that pretty girl, her ass is fast. You be chasing her and shit, and she be like, I'm not letting that ugly nigga Dwayne catch me. And it's always a little ugly girl who acting like she fell down and shit. I have to settle for her and kiss her or some shit, I digress. All right, so what I'm saying here, I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
That's just me. Maybe the new progressives want to see that shit. I don't want to see it, so count me out.
Yes. Oh, Lorena, thank you. Thank you for the donation. Cashapp donation. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Rashad Taylor, thank you. Appreciate it.
Jeez, man.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban
Yo,
X.
did you hear about the rumor that 50 Cent is gonna produce a Pistol Pete show on Stars?
Yeah, you were telling me about it, and Pistol Pete got 125 years.
Yes,
Plus another.
plus life, like
Plus life. So if he come back,
yeah,
he got to go to jail.
yeah,
Yeah, and Richard Pryor said, "Come on, little nigga, you know what you did last time."
yeah. So that's interesting.
Rob,
Like,
Mac,
what's up
appreciate
with 50 Cent trying to do all these gangster stories? Like, he's doing a BMF story. Show.
Well, I think 50 is comfortable in those lanes.
Okay.
And telling these stories of, this is a part of America. And it's a part not to necessarily, in my opinion, glorify.
And we're talking about Pistol Pete from the Bronx,
Right.
Soundview, Bronx.
Right.
Like, he started the Sex, Money, Murder
Right.
blood gang.
That's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
And because these are American stories of rise and fall,
Yeah.
of deprived economics, and certain. So when we start thinking about drug cartels that grew to something, it was a lot of times it was out of necessity. I wrote that in Urban Culture Decoded, and it pissed people off. Drug selling is as American as apple pie. When you think about the Rockefellers, all of these Italians who did it, they just didn't sell it to their own communities, and by the time it trickled down to us, and Nicky Barnes and them tried to, and Bumpy Johnson tried to make sense of watching the Italians and organize things, and now we have young people who have reached amazing heights. It's just that they were killing their own.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's the aspect of it. It's an up and down yo-yo. While you excel in that life, everything around you is dying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's a very weird dynamic. So I'm interested to see where 50 Cent takes the story.
Yeah, I was just fascinated by that. Like,
Yeah,
that's, like,
I mean, he's got a TV show on now that's doing pretty
it's
well.
really good.
I heard it's really good. It's called I forget the name of it. Somebody in the chat.
Yeah, I heard it's
a brother who was wrongly accused, and now he's becoming a lawyer behind the scenes. And
that's on network television.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
on ABC.
So that looks pretty good. So 50 is continuing to grow his his portfolio.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban
Somebody
X.
said Mystique was the first gay superhero. Okay.
Oh, was she?
I'm not really sure. Thank you, Anthony Dorsey,
thank you
for that info.
So this just came out
For life. Yeah, the life.
for life. Yes, this came out last week. Los Angeles County DA moves to dismiss 66,000 marijuana related convictions dating back more than 50 years.
Wow, because now it's legal.
Yes.
So now you got to go back and let a whole bunch of these brothers and sisters who are ahead of the curve.
Yes, and then
out.
and then because I was concerned because I'm like, okay, what are the real stipulations behind this? Is it because what I was saying is, say you got convicted for marijuana back in the day, you had to do some jail time, and then because of that led to you doing more crimes.
Absolutely. How does that work?
How does that work?
Right, right, absolutely. Because when you get behind bars, or this and that, or you come home from even the first conviction, and now you can't get a job, and
you start selling more weed, or you
got caught with the weed and the guns.
Right.
Do you do the time for the guns and not the weed? A football player just got arrested with 157 pounds of weed, and I was confused.
Yeah, him. There was two football players.
I got confused because isn't this like a legal thing now?
And then he was like a second overall draft pick, something like that.
Yeah. So what was that about?
Yeah, I don't know.
These guys are 1 degree away from the streets.
Yeah,
I don't know what I mean? And, you can go to a dispensary, football player, and buy all the fucking weed you want.
Yeah.
You getting caught in the middle of a period when you shouldn't get caught and can fall through the way, through the loops.
Yeah, that didn't have to help go down. But Los Angeles District Attorney Jackie Lacey asked the judge to dismiss and seal the records of 62,000 felony cannabis convictions for cases early as 1961, as well as 3,700 misdemeanor cannabis possessions.
Yeah, and so that's going to be what we're going to see now is, and because for every cause there's an effect.
Yes.
If every state does that, you're going to have a whole bunch of people on the street who, you know what I mean?
Right.
An influx of jobs are going to be needed, re-education programs, because you can't just dump 66,000 felons on the goddamn street.
Right.
You know what I mean? And not have programs for them to go into, yes. And, you know what I'm saying, learn their ways through those programs. Side note, the DJ the Money Coach piece is being postponed,
Yes,
right?
to March, first week of March.
First week in March. I want to put that out there for those who still want to sign up for the DJ the Money
the
Coach.
people who are already signed up, you getting a bunch of stuff. He emailed everybody, but definitely a complimentary consultation with him.
Right,
Speak to him
because
on phone.
for you waiting these extra couple of weeks, but there's always extra time for those who are on the fence to get involved. And where do they sign up at for that?
Oh, well, it's in the description below right now.
It's in the description below for those who wanted to get in, but maybe their money wasn't right then. But the first is coming, so their money could be right. You want to jump on that.
And for the people who are getting their complimentary calls, it only takes 15 minutes with him on the phone to really understand what value he'll bring.
Absolutely.
To you.
Absolutely, because like we always say, we don't want to just be up here shooting the breeze.
Yes.
We want to have solutions available for those who rock with us. Yes.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
And when I hit the Powerball, because I'm in,
Right.
I'm giving everybody in the chat room $1,000.
What? I thought you was going to say $1.
$1,000. That's 44,000 people that rock with us all together. I can get them $1,000. I said the Powerball, nigga. That's 50 million.
Oh, okay.
I can afford that. Yeah.
You better than me.
Yeah, don't say I didn't do nothing for y'all.
Better than me. So this week the Boy Scouts of America filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Because of all of the sexual abuse cases that they've been hit with over the years.
Yes.
And they actually just can't pay that out.
Yes.
So
And now listen, I joined the Boys Club.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah. No, but I was a Cub Scout. I was a Cub Scout
Cub
at first,
Scout.
which is before you. And the only reason I didn't stay was because I couldn't afford the uniform. Like, I was so poor. Yo, that's funny? That's funny, son?
No, it's not.
So I was going to the little meetings, and all the kids had the little uniforms on and strings and shit. And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Dwayne, stay after.
Yeah, and my mom couldn't afford it. That's not funny, Malcolm.
All right, my fault.
It's not funny. I was traumatized as a kid when I had to leave the Cub Scouts because I didn't have a uniform. But I'm glad I did because I might have been the gay superhero. Who knows?
Oh, like Paperboy.
Like Paperboy.
Yeah, you didn't know he was really gay.
I didn't know Paperboy was really gay. I did not know that.
He's really gay.
So, I mean, he's playing a gay character. He's right at home with that. So what's the name of that character he's playing? Flamo?
That was a good one.
Flamo!
That was a good one.
I better stop doing that. They will get me.
Yeah, man, stop playing.
Flamo.
That's jokes. So, I was reading a lot of articles for people. A lot of articles urging people who have sexual abuse claims against them to file right now because it's about to be over.
Right. You better get in on that.
Yeah. So, but especially in New York City, there's a New York State, like the statute of limitations for sex abuse is interesting.
I think, didn't they just extend it?
They did.
Right? Like a law passed?
Yeah, before it was like you had up until you were like 23
Right.
to file. Now it's bumped up to like 55.
Right.
So,
Which it will help a lot of people.
Yes.
Who are so they recently talked about a famous tennis coach in Brooklyn, and these cases are all over the place. A lot of these organizations were only covers for that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Now the Girl Scouts are doing well because they selling cookies.
Yeah, I saw a video of somebody selling the cookies in front of the cannabis
Right
shop.
out the cannabis store.
Genius.
That's you G'ing up.
Genius.
That's genius. Right out the cannabis store selling them cookies.
So speaking of like statute of limitations, did you hear about Rick James getting sued? His estate getting sued?
I heard about him supposedly, allegedly raping some girl back in 1979.
Yeah.
And now she's come forward and she's suing his estate.
$50 million.
For $50 million. Yeah.
Like, how does that even, like, how does...
I don't even know how to process that. I don't know. And I'm not saying she wasn't violated. Why didn't she come forward when he was here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as soon as he took off as Rick James, you had an opportunity there. And, it would have had some legs because now he can't defend himself. So I don't know. You're suing his estate I don't know how they go about.
Judge better throw that out.
Yeah, that's gotta be thrown
Judge
out.
better throw that out.
I mean, 79. That's 40 years ago.
Yeah, come on.
And but I believe he was in a group home together, and he violated her according to her allegedly, and but I don't know how to process that information.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They keep digging up our icons who have passed and making sure they throw more dirt on them or something.
Yo, I've been seeing. I talked about this. I talk about this all the time. I've been seeing a trend where people get famous off revising history.
Yes.
There's a woman on Twitter. She goes by Feminista Jones. And
Feminista Jones. Okay.
If you just listen to the name, you see what she's going about.
See what she's going with that.
Black woman wrote an article for the New York Times basically poo-pooing all over the Black Panther movement, saying they were abusers, misogynists, a whole bunch of stuff. And a lot of people had to check in and say, yo, there was some chapters that were 80% women.
Yeah, a lot of women started the Black Panther Party. You know what I mean? Real strong black women.
A lot of black women were on the front lines of those chapters.
So you don't have no merit there. And that's not to suggest every organization has its bullshit.
It's a big major network, obviously.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm telling you, be careful when you're a part of it's no different than if you in the church right now, and it's a big ass church, and the pastor's sleeping with so and so, and this and that. It's a lot of shit going on just inside your church. So to say that these things did not happen, I'm not going to take it that far. But to say these things, were the forefront of this movement, I think that's a stretch. We do know that there was some pillow talk. There was some white women involved. There was pit against each other. But we also know all the positive things that they did as a result of forming and, breakfast clubs and all these other things that they did, protecting the neighborhood. The start of the Bloods and Crips, in its origin states, was just brothers and sisters trying to protect their community. So please don't go there, Feminista.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless bring your proof, like your undeniable proof, and I'll listen, because I never throw the baby out with the bathwater. But until you do that,
you go by Feminista Jones, bro. I can't really.
I can't really, because that alone tells me where you stand.
She actually tweeted one time on, I think in like 2012, 2013, that Hitler and the Nazis were mainly after black women during the Holocaust situation.
Oh, really?
You get what I'm saying? Like, this is the thinking that people take serious. She actually got an article on New York Times. You get what I'm saying? That type of platform to
do that.
Do that. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this week, the deliberations for the Harvey Weinstein case is happening.
Man, we thought we'd get the verdict by now.
By now, we didn't get it.
3 full days of deliberating, that don't look good.
So when it comes to cases like that, I'm not sure what actually went on in the courtroom, but they probably introduced so much in there to where a flat out guilty wouldn't really be right for the jury. That's probably why I think it's taking so long.
Okay, yeah, and you have to ask the judge for the transcripts again, and things of that nature. So all of these things take place, and we're gonna keep an eye on it, because I thought by now, it would be over.
So it's not, but I think the longer it goes, the worse it seems for the. I think he's actually gonna get off. Yeah,
I hate to say that, because it's looking that way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I could be wrong, but the longer they deliberate, and then he's just gonna throw that walker away and walk out that courtroom. This is a Jewish mogul.
Yeah.
Right? And how many of them have ever been convicted? Probably 0.
I'd be shocked.
I'd be shocked.
I said, wow.
You know what I mean? So we're gonna pay very close attention. Now, side note, did you hear about the James Brown situation?
Yeah, I was confused by this. You got to explain this to me.
Well, they're considering reopening James Brown's autopsy, because they now think he may have been murdered. The Daily News posted this early in the week. Somebody can find it. I should have took the news clipping for you, because they mentioned it was a lady there who said a strange man walked into his room, and when he left, there was some residue powder around his defibrillator or something, and he died shortly after that. And now they're considering this a goddamn murder case. I mean, this thing is getting, this February, I'm telling you, this is getting stranger by the minute.
Yeah, everything, like every piece of news is just like, wait, what? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, this 2020 shit is on and popping. So I saw that, and you know, remember he died on Christmas, you know what I'm saying, in 2006 or something to that effect. And that really disturbed me because, you know, when we were on our conspiracy theory shit, because that's, remember, I take it straight down the middle.
Right.
And then I was like, damn, James Brown died on Christmas and shit, and this is kind of weird, you know what I mean? But I didn't have anything to further that, you know, even your conspiracy theories need pieces to it.
Some legs, yeah.
Need some legs to it. And I
yes.
just said, all right, maybe, you know, him being the god, you know what I'm saying, of hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, with his drums. Also, Nas's album came out, Hip Hop is Dead, or I think it was God's Son, that same day. Christmas. I think it was Hip Hop is Dead.
Hip Hop is Dead, yeah.
Hip Hop is Dead, and then James Brown died. Whoa. You see what I'm saying? Who was
it was
a really weird. That was the only thing I had to go on that I thought was fucking weird.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? Where, you know, so just some of the things that we're gonna keep our eye on. We lost Walona.
Yes, from
Good Times.
Yes.
We lost Walona. We just saw her on the ABC special.
Yeah.
She looked well, and they said she died unexpectedly, but when you're 74, 75, you know, you might have some internal things, and, you know, so we want to send our condolences out to her family. And, you know, she wrote the Jefferson song. You know, she did a couple of things. She played on the PJs with, she was on the PJs with Eddie Murphy. She played one of those characters.
Oh, word. I didn't know that.
So she stayed around getting it popping.
Did not know that.
Yes, we are in Mercury retrograde, so I think we'll go to commercial. Yes.
Yes, and then we'll come back with another Urban Xcellence Story.
We'll come back with another Urban Xcellence Story. How about that?
Tired of reading, doing research, and extensive studying to fact check the information that you present? Well, now you don't have to. Become a YouTube scholar. That's right, a YouTube scholar. Throw away those books. No need to quote real scholars. Burn those research papers. All you need is a YouTube connection. Watch YouTube videos at night, in the daytime, during breakfast, while you're on the toilet. Impress your friends with information you really don't know. After 100 videos watched, you are now a YouTube scholar. To sign up for this program, dial 1-800-WHY-STUDY. That's 1-800-WHY-STUDY. But wait, there's more. Log on to shopurbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel.
And we're back.
We are back in the flesh.
So we have another Urban Xcellence Story this week.
You can get that YouTube scholar shirt.
Yes, you just saw this commercial, the YouTube Scholar commercial. No reading, research, or fact checking required.
Yes, you can get that.
You too can be a YouTube scholar.
And that's probably $29 on the site. But if you add the extra code, $20.
$20, bro.
Can't beat that.
Come on, bro.
Can't beat that.
Come on, man.
Jump on that.
Remember, use the app. Go through the app.
All right, our likes are up to 50%. All right, it's 1,200 people in the chat. We're up to 600. Okay, let's see if we can get 75% on that.
Yeah, man.
Give me 75. Give me some more likes. Give me some more likes. Give me some likes. Get in there. Give me some likes. You know, make it happen.
So, this this Urban Xcellence Story goes out to Glenn Richards II.
Glenn Richards II.
Yes, he is an owner of an event service in New York City. He's about to launch a business newspaper as well, and in the process of creating he's also in the process of creating a family trust for his business. He recently created the complete Black History calendar for 2020.
I heard about that. Clap that up. Yeah.
Yes. So he said there was a lot of research and detail that went into creating this because there hasn't been a Black History Month calendar that had this much
input into it.
Yes.
Okay, so he really took his time with this.
Yes. He said that the motivation was to fill in the void that was created and left by a school system as it relates to the depth of our history. And what you will find on this calendar is information on our most significant figures who were responsible for our knowledge of self, economic, physical, and mental liberation.
Oh, clap that up. Yes. What's his name again?
Glenn Richards.
Glenn Richards. Great job with that.
Homage being paid to our ancestors living in transition who are not given the proper respect or recognition their work deserves. And many inventions by black people and who the actual inventor was.
I'm always intrigued by the black inventors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So now, with this calendar, let me get this right. Mm-hmm. Thank you to Casbar. Appreciate you.
Thank you for the donation.
Appreciate that. Live broadcast, you in here. So I'm always like, yo, I got a calendar. Mm-hmm. Every day I can go to the wall now. I can open up, and on that day, mm-hmm. I can see something that is a reflection.
And it's not just a Black History Month calendar.
Right, no, it's all year.
All
because
year.
Our history is Black History 365. You can also get this on the site, yes? So I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great contribution. Will he make a digital version of this?
I'm not sure yet.
What's his name again?
Glenn Richards II.
Glenn Richards II. I want to clap up what you've done, but we're in that digital era. So create one as an app where every day it gives me the date, and on my phone pops up. I'm giving this one to you for free. It's part of my consultation, right? As the phone pops up, on that day, you give me the history of that day as well. So that would be great.
Yes.
And it's a great tool to reach children. And every teacher who works in the inner city should have that on her board.
Yes, and he's gonna include people like Marcus Garvey, Ali Selassie, Dr. Claude Anderson, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, and a lot more.
Nice. I'm thinking if there's nobody on August 27th, what's the name again?
Glenn Richards.
Glenn Richards. If there's nobody you have on August 27th, you can put me on there. I'll fill that spot for you.
So for the people who would like to purchase this calendar, it's in the description below. It's a Facebook group called Black and Loving It. The link is in the description. You can pay through PayPal or Cashapp.
Okay, PayPal or Cashapp. Get that calendar. A lot of teachers and educators, that's a great tool to have on your board. So we want to shout Glenn Richards
the
second out for his contributions.
Thank you. We're definitely proud of your work. We appreciate your work, and we're going to get a calendar as well.
Absolutely. We're definitely going to get a calendar.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, Jussie Smollett got indicted.
Jussie Smollett?
Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett?
Yeah, Jussie Smollett. He actually got indicted off, the fake charges. And somebody who we talked about plenty of times, Amanda Seales, was on her show, The Real, and she said she thinks what he did was low-key noble of him to fake that attack because it brought awareness to the attacks on gay people.
Is she fucking crazy?
She is.
Is that not the craziest shit I ever heard?
Yeah.
So he brought awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Jussie Smollett.
Jussie Smollett.
Yeah, his ass is going down because he embarrassed them.
Yeah, you don't do that. You
don't do that. But somebody did say, had he said black people attacked him, he'd have been on and popping.
He'd had a book tour. Isaiah Bryant, priest of the family, it's over 1,000 in the chat tonight. Let everyone at least donate $1 to support the platform. You already know what it is. I would love
that. I'll take you downloading my app and using it. Whatever y'all want to do. Whatever y'all want to do. It ain't no problem. Yeah, so Smollett, James Lomax, the one who asked that about Venmo. I didn't know about that. Appreciate you. Venmo is another way you can get your money. Venmo.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, what you know about Venmo? I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Tell me about Venmo. What that nigga do? He said, nah, son, it's a Cash App. I said, all right, nigga, I don't know shit.
So this is some I thought it was newsworthy. Jay-Z has got the NFL commissioner to commit the league to spend $100 million on social justice outreach within the next 10 years.
So that's $10 million a year.
Yeah.
On social justice
outreach. Yes.
Outreach.
Don't know what that is.
$10 million a year with 1 billion fucking kids running around the streets. high crime. That's like giving $20 a year. Now, and I'm not gonna knock it. See,
I'm about to say it.
No, I'm not gonna knock it. Any money given, right, to help a cause has to be a great thing. But $100 million for a multi-billion-dollar industry, okay, all right, let's clap that up. I mean, it's Black History Month. Gotta be nice. Gotta be nice.
So,
and I still don't know how this connects to the entertainment and all. I guess this is the first step in the initiative to bring things to justice.
I mean, you know,
over a 10-year period, $10 million a year. Okay,
we usually
that's about a few commercials and a few hats. And book bags for
photo
kids.
ops. You know,
and photo ops. We are watching out for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, we go on Jay-Z a lot. So you know, let's just
Are those really dreads in his hair?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Are they?
You think you think it's a wig?
I think he's trying to be Basquiat. I think he's trying to morph into, because he always speak about Basquiat in his rhymes. I think he's trying to be really eccentric now and shit. And I'm not sure that's real, because I told wifey, I'm getting my muscles. I'm getting my fake muscles and my fake beard. Shit, the women do it all the time. Shit.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm going to get a 6-pack. I'm going to be buff.
Sure.
And I'm getting the full Rick Ross shit. Facts. I'm just gonna morph into a new nigga on y'all on the show. Facts. And ain't shit y'all can say about it. Shit.
So I thought this story was pretty cool. This is out of Alliance, Ohio. A 14-year-old named Genoa Lee and his father. I don't know how to say his first name. It is Yahakwa Lee.
Yahakawa.
Yeah, they started a clothing business called Urban Stereotype to focus on empowerment and positive cultural diversity. Genoa, he asked his father to help him with the company rather than pursue a lawsuit against his former school for racial bullying. Oh,
okay. So clap that up.
Yes.
All right. So he's moving on an initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
Just him and his pops, like instead of suing, let's start a business.
I think that's noble.
That like directly, addresses
some of those issues.
Some of those issues.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that. Anytime a father and son or somebody can get together and do something, I'm always for that, because there are so many layers to that. There's bonding, there's learning business, there's doing something together, it's keeping your son off the street. There's so many pieces. So I want to big them up. And bullying, which is just, what we call snapping back in the day.
Yeah.
But these are the times we live in.
Yeah.
Right? So bullying is an issue that needs to be dealt with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because my mother would say, if you don't whip his ass, I'm going to whip your ass. And I always hung out with the older dudes on the block, and they all snapped on you all day long. And you had to have tough skin, you know what I mean, to make it. So that was no big deal for us. I translated that down to my children.
Right.
I snap on Odyssey. She has a birthmark on her face. I'm like, what the hell is this? Booger! From the time she was little, I was toughening up her skin. And we go in on Eli all the time. Nigga, your legs don't work. That shit is no excuse around here. But when he got to school and kids try to make little jokes, he was like, oh, you got to be kidding, right?
Like, come on.
So you have to insulate your children and prepare them the
best way you had.
You have to.
Yeah.
That's the method I use, because that's just how we get down in here. Nothing is off limits. But now we're in a new era where you can hurt a kid's feelings. And a young girl just committed suicide recently. And then I think in her letter she said, don't show my picture at my funeral because I'm ugly. And that really crushed me. Like a 12 or 13-year-old girl I was reading about. So this has really become a thing. And, with social media, but we didn't have social media. So I dealt with you face to face, and we became friends after or whatever. There are so many avenues now where the people could be anonymous and do things. So it's really, really tough for, family members.
Jeez. All right.
My man Kev, what up good out in Birmingham? I see you, King. Appreciate the support. You already know.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Barbara, thank you for the donation.
Shout out my man Dante out in B-More. We got people out here now.
Appreciate you. So this story came. Did we ever talk about T-Rex? Or was that after the show?
No, we didn't talk about the T-Rex situation. Just weird.
Yeah.
Just some weird shit. Him and his man doing some shit. That's just suspect.
Yeah.
At minimum, is suspect.
Yeah, he can't. I don't think he can battle.
No, because that's so much cannon fodder.
Yeah, bro.
You know, first of all, you and your man, who still does that?
Yeah.
Who banging out girls together? Who does that?
Y'all like
and then your
40.
man throwing champagne or giving you shots.
His finger touched his lip. His finger touched his lip.
You can't explain none of that shit.
Don't pour no shot down my mouth.
Nah, don't even be around me while I'm handling my business, nigga. What the fuck? This shit gets weird.
Yeah, they look sweaty.
It was sweaty. It looked like it was in a sweaty room with little, boogers.
But I wanted to talk about this too. Two Ohio State football players were arrested for kidnapping and rape charges. The police charged 21-year-olds Amir Reap and Jasheen Wentz, both who played for the Ohio State Buckeyes on the championship team.
Yes,
on the Big Ten championship team this season, and yeah, that's crazy. I went like, what the hell is going on with that?
But didn't the girl lie?
Yes,
that's the case where she lied.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
and she doing a year's time now. Clap that shit up, right? So, I think we need to investigate every case fully investigate. And once it is found out that this woman was lying, there needs to be consequences for that. So her ass needs to go to jail because she may have derailed these guys' career. Because you don't even want that on your, resume, whether you beat the charges or not.
Yeah, there's a player, I forget his name, but he became a meme like 3 years ago. He was so big, right? He had like his jersey was like crop top. He was huge, and he became like a meme. And something of the similar sort came out about him, which was totally false. But he was fighting for like 2 years. Came out to be innocent, but it derailed because he was projected to be a first-round pick.
It derailed his career.
So right now he's in the XFL.
Right.
Trying to get it back.
Trying to get it back and work his way back to that. Side note, did you hear about the black guy who kidnapped the white lady?
Man, forced her to watch Roots.
And forced her to watch Roots. God damn it.
I mean, if she didn't hate black people before, she hate black people now.
You gonna watch this shit. Quit, dummy. Kota Kente. My name is Toby. So, yeah, I thought that was weird.
Yeah.
And he wanted to, during Black History Month,
yes,
he wanted to give her a history lesson.
Yes.
And, show her what her people have done.
Yeah.
And that ain't the most bizarre shit that I have heard.
Brian Kendrick, thank you for the donation, man.
Oh, the donations is coming in.
Yeah, stop hating, B.
I'm not hating.
B.
I ain't hating. My people be looking out for me, too.
So what do you think about George Zimmerman suing Elizabeth Warren and I think Pete Buttigieg?
For?
Defamation? Because
George Zimmerman wants to die.
Yeah, I think he's just like...
He's just begging you to kill him.
Yeah.
I mean, because he keeps waiting for these opportunities to throw his name back into the ring.
Yeah.
Yes? And keep... And turning this and churning this. And what are the chances of somebody just driving down the street and hit his ass with a car, and it was an accident? I mean, because he has to walk in the streets, yes?
Yeah.
And if you stay at the scene, yes, it is just an accident, yes?
This is true.
I'm just saying, because
true.
he's making us look bad. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not here to promote violence on this show. This is a sort of like a family show.
It is.
It's sort of like a family show, Hide your kids when I'm on, mute when I'm on, and then when Malcom talks, you can unmute that shit. But what else can he do?
Yeah,
He's just going to show up at a rap concert next. Yo, what's good? I mean, what's good?
Or put out his own, like, rap diss song or
Yeah,
something.
put out a diss song.
I can definitely see him doing that.
Yeah, in the studio, rapping about Trey. Yeah. I mean, because this is out of hand now. Now he's suing him for defamation for mentioning his name. He's suffering pain and suffering.
Yeah.
The audacity of this dude. My Lord. So, you want to take some questions?
Yeah, we could take some questions. I'll talk about this really quick.
Okay, let's get that in there.
Some girls from Connecticut sue to ban transgender athletes from participating in girl high school sports.
Because it's getting out of control, yes?
It is way out of control, yes.
So, you a guy, you're stronger physically,
yes,
biceps, muscles, all that.
Yes.
And now you want to participate in volleyball and shit with girls, And somebody got to draw the line with this shit. And these girls are saying enough is enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we just watched the South Park episode.
Yeah.
And that shit, I'm a strong woman.
Yeah.
And
He's
South
breaking
Park,
every record.
Yeah, breaking every record.
Yo,
and shit.
I was talking to Marcus earlier. South Park has been talking about this transgender stuff, the politically correct stuff
For years.
For years, and it's like just catching up to now. Like
Absolutely. And at some point, but how do you go about it? Because you can't open up one can and close the other can.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, hey, it's going to be a dude. It's going to be a straight dude who go to the WNBA, and he got to average 50 a game. And there's nothing you can say. He can own all the records. He can go down in the history books as the greatest woman who ever played the game. Watch. And then that's when they're going to be like, you know what? But what I'm going to say it again. I need the LGBT community to be the ones that take the lead on this one.
Yeah.
Y'all got to say, all right. God damn it. Enough is enough.
There's a transgendered comedian called Flame Monroe. Mm-hmm. She was on
the Breakfast Club. Yes.
And she said, call me whatever you want to call me. He, she, it, whatever you want to call it. And then she was talking about the interview they did with Malik Yoba and all of the gay, trans, and she was just like, that was the worst thing I've ever seen. Like,
absolutely.
It was confusing. Nobody knows what they were talking about, and that's not what we so I think, like I've always said, there's the internet world and there's the real world.
Right.
The internet world wants all of these, changes to happen. The real world is like, kind of probably making it harder for us.
Absolutely. You think you're making it better for us, you're making it worse. And my disposition is not for those who choose to live that lifestyle, who are not trying to affect other people's lifestyle. This is the lifestyle they chose. Leave me alone. Fine. We're talking about from the top down, the agenda, the ones who are pushing the narrative to do all. Now the shit is getting weird.
Free World Boss, thank you for the donation.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
But somebody asked, Flame Monroe is a guy who transitioned into, and then still mess with women. I think has kids. Like it's and she said that a lot of people, a lot of trans like online don't like her because of her message that she's putting.
And she even said, y'all need to stop this shit.
Yes.
Right? She's being clear. This is the lifestyle I chose.
I'm not forcing this on
nobody else, but y'all need to stop this shit. You know what I mean? Because where do we draw the line? I told you, this shit is out of control.
Facts.
So
let's take some questions from the chat, man, before we get up out of here.
The sounds of Urban X.
Don't forget, I have a book on sale right now.
Yes, and it's 25% off.
25% off on UrbanX, shopurbanx.com.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Go check it out. It's signed.
Right. And go to Amazon, leave a review for us.
We appreciate you for that.
Right?
Definitely.
And go to UrbanXcellence.com and watch our show starting next week. You can go now and window shop, peep.
See what's there.
See how it's laid out. If you have Roku, put in Urban Excellence. You have Fire Stick, put in Urban Excellence. We showing off. We're just going to come up on the screen. We got some fancy. We got all that shit up there. And you're going to be proud of us. And that's just the soft rollout. Now, go get the app. It's free.
Yes.
Right? Download that.
Facts.
Scroll down. You'll see something that says coupon on sales.
Right.
You're going to get an additional $29 off the $29 for $29 sale.
Can't beat that.
Lord.
Can't beat that.
We're giving these hats away. Shit. So let's look into the chat. Who's
Take some questions. Dot, have you ever considered bringing Asir the Duke of Tears on?
Asir the Duke of Tears, whenever he is in New York, I will do my best to bring Asir the Duke of Tears. He's one of my favorite individuals. The way he articulates the Moorish experience, to me, is the best I've ever heard. Shout out to his queen of 1,000 years. I forget her full name. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? And so them as a family, his knowledge of hip-hop, because we all came from a hip-hop background, then we all wound up in these classes learning, and then we all kind of peeled off. You know, he went his own way. He didn't want to deal with none of the politics of the so-called conscious community. I had no beef with that whatsoever. But his brilliance and understanding of that, unmatched. So whenever he's in the building, but now we're doing the webcam thing.
Yes.
You know, maybe I'll just bring him in that way.
Yes, we're going to start doing a lot of interviews like that.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't make it to New York. So now that's the God.
Might as well.
Selena's her name. Peace to the God. of 1,000 empresses of 1,000 years or 10,000 journeys. This shit is crazy.
Hell of a name.
No,
Are you
it's
gonna
hell of
watch
a
the Deontay versus Fury fight?
Yes, we will watch the fight.
Facts.
I'm gonna take Wilder.
It's Black History Month. So
Black History Month.
I'm taking Wilder.
I'm gonna take Wilder. I think the other guy, Fury, is maybe a better boxer. I'm gonna go with the strength and power. We doing it up in here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna lay it all out. Have some fun.
Facts.
So that's how it's gonna be. I see it as legit. Yes.
Do you think rap will come back to its conscious form, like in the late?
No, that time is come and gone. Now you have to search and find, conscious or so-called conscious rap and to your liking, because all of the gatekeepers, they're pushing their narrative, and it's to the point where if you kicking positive rap, it almost sound corny. So it's all depending on how it's brought about in this day and time.
I need some ignorance sprinkled.
Yeah,
in
you
my
need a little
lyrics.
ignorance sprinkled in that. That's just the way it is. Unless you determined to be positive. I'm waiting for this Jay Electronica album.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that to see where that's gonna go. So that could
At
be
first I was
interesting.
like, keep it. It's too late. But now I'm excited to hear it. I want to hear it.
I want to hear it. He's waited. I've waited 10 years. He started fucking with the Rothschilds. He started walking in the earth and eating berries with fucking gurus and monks and shit and all that shit. He had to get out of his system to bring us these bars.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait for that.
Somebody asked father and son, right? Yes.
Yes.
Best father and son podcast out.
Absolutely.
It's not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah, the Bronze Bomber. We're gonna see what he do with that.
Somebody asked. I saw another question. Another good.
Unconscious troll. Thank you for watching the show.
Oh, somebody said, how about interviewing Sonetta? Not him interviewing us interviewing him.
That's a done deal.
I would like that. Yeah,
We'll make that happen.
I would like doing that.
Sonetta's been in the conscious community a very, very long time. That is my brother. I may not agree with all of the avenues, but you'll never hear me say nothing negative about Sonetta, so don't even try. And we will get Sonetta on our show. We'll have him come up here.
I'm with that. Like,
Let's have
I want
Sonetta
to.
come up
like
here.
interview him, like,
Because he's an interesting interview, because he also started in music. He was in a rap group years ago. All of us kind of come from the same school of thought. We became 5%ers. We got into rap music. We got into consciousness. Then we all we got our lessons, and then we all spread out and teaching what we want to teach. But absolutely, we will do that.
Waiting for your project. I want to hear bars.
Bars. Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm doing a song with Griff.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, me and Griff are doing a song together. I need to call him.
Yes, me and him. We're supposed to do our interview.
Sit down soon
for my book. Yes.
So I'm gonna have my children A&R on my next album. So that's gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna have him and Eli and Marcus pick the beats and Odyssey pick these beats. And I'm gonna get a little ignorant,
That's what I want.
I'm
Just
not
a
gonna
little
get
bit.
young, I can't do that shit y'all do. But I'll sprinkle a little bit of ignorance in there, so the kids can go, oh, whoa,
A little dash.
Dad, you took it there, and then I might go at Drake. Yeah,
Like rap about cocaine, but make it conscious.
yeah, conscious cocaine, baby.
Cocaine. You know what I'm
Cocaine, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some car chases, shootouts. Sure, why not?
Can a person order an orange hoodie with conscious by nature on it? We don't got orange hoodies.
We don't have orange hoodies.
We have orange long sleeves.
We have orange long sleeve shirts, so you might be able to get that.
See, what the people don't understand is this is literally a home operation.
Yeah.
So what you get, we order. I mean, what you order, we make on the spot. Like it's not just stock laying around. That cake is baked, literally.
Is there any conscious community outside of New York City? Of course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Every community has a conscious community. The Chinese have a conscious community. The Native Americans have a conscious community. The Latinos. Conscious just means there's a community that understands there's a power that be that are trying to suppress the people from certain information, and we need to galvanize ourselves and grow. It just means aware of certain things. It will have a different vibration and different brand to it, but there are awakening people everywhere. Absolutely.
What else? What else we got? I gotta get rid of this
My man
cold.
said, keep the chemistry of father and son. Yeah, until the Illuminati approached Malcolm and offer him a better deal.
Then I gotta knock him off.
And then he hit me with the cup of tea, and I gotta sit there and, fuck. It's been a great journey. I'm crying and shit. Remember, I took you to Roger teach you how to ride a bike and shit. Dad, drink the tea, Dad. You know, I took you to your first baseball game and shit. Dad, drink the tea. And then I got to drink the tea. And then he had to come out to the funeral crying and shit.
Facts.
Acting like he ain't do it. You know how this Illuminati sacrifice shit go? And then all of a sudden he blows up and shit. Like, damn, man, what the fuck happened? That's how it goes down. Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Any new hip-hop chakra videos? No, but I am going to have some really good classes that break down hip-hop and take it forward, because it's been a while since I've been in class mode.
Right.
So I'm talking smartboard, PowerPoint presentation. I'm really going to get back into that mode and make those classes available for the people.
And with that being said,
what about the orange hats?
ooh,
Maybe we might be able to do that.
maybe we don't got no orange hats.
If a couple of people want orange hats, you know, we will make that happen. Yeah.
Maybe we gotta see what the demand is like. So
Yeah.
email us. Also, if you have an Urban Xcellence story you want to share with us, or just some info, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at UrbanX_NYC on both.
Yes.
You can reach us by email at urbanx.nyc@gmail.com.
Yes.
If you want to check us out. If you want to read some articles we've written, go to urbanx.nyc.
Yes.
If you want to see some of our videos, urbanexcellence.com.
Yes.
Which is all of it is linked on the blog site.
Yes.
So you can all reach it there. Or the app, like we said, Urban Excellence app on in your...
How come Khalid Muhammad's son don't say anything about his dad? Because he's smart. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. His pops is a very dangerous man. You know what I mean? And he understands he don't have to say his pop's name to honor his pops like that. I'm pretty sure he had a great relationship with his pops. And for what I understand, his pops was shielding him away from that to begin with. Right. So it ain't like he was in the movement with dad rolling, and then once dad passed away, you shut it off. I believe his pops purposely shielded him away from that, wanting him to have what is so-called a normal life. And he does have a website and some other things he does to be revolutionary in his own way. Everybody can't be a Khalid Muhammad. You don't just make a Khalid Muhammad. You know what I mean? So I think his son wants to articulate his brilliance in different ways. His son is also a millionaire too. Oh. Created some online businesses and some other stuff, if memory serves me correct. My last plea, we up to 719 likes. I know some of you have been being stingy with your likes. Like, I don't really know if I want to give them my like. Please give us your likes.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it because it helps with this tricky algorithm stuff. And that's only until we get the cable show up and running full blast, and then it is what it is.
That's a fact.
So, love you, my black family from London. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Let's keep it moving.
Out there, man.
Oh, it's wonderful out there in London. It really is. It really is. You really have a ball. Yes.
All right. So
I know my accents are terrible, but
it's horrible. It's mad offensive. I be offended for people,
but that's what makes them great. They're horrible.
Yo, my dad, he does this Asian accent without even thinking, like realizing he's doing it. It is embarrassing.
Yeah. When I talk to Asian people, I be like, you.
I'm just.
We
looking
come
at
to
him
club,
like,
we dance. Can we come? And they be like, why the fuck is he talking like
I'm
that?
just looking at him like, yo, are you serious?
And when I order food, like $2.99.
He ordered.
That's the way I talk to him.
He ordered some food from Chinese food like years ago, and I just happened to be walking past the room and hearing him talk like that. It was nobody in the room, there's nobody laughing. He just really talking like that to them.
I'm trying to get into character so they can get
and
my
I'm just
order
like,
right.
yo, like
I
they
want my fly rice.
Food. That's why I don't eat Chinese food.
I want my fly rice.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, we are out of here.
Yes, man. Thank you guys for joining us this week. Thank you guys for sharing in our news and our successes. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to download that app. Don't forget to check out urbanexcellence.com.
Yes.
Check us out on Roku, Fire Stick, all that good stuff.
And download those apps right now.
Yeah.
Because them sales is going to be flying out of here.
We got 9 days left. You know what I'm saying?
9 days to get it.
You know what I mean? And, yeah.
We out of here.
Peace. Don't forget to subscribe, like, tell a friend.
Hurry up and buy.
And
I see you. You know buy. You walk around store. You know buy nothing. Hurry up and buy. Go to app and buy. Hurry up. Get an app and you touch button and buy.
But everybody,
You get 29% off.
Later.
You get